What up, everybody? It's the Z-Man Show 1,000 subscriber special and 5-year anniversary special. Woo, party! And I'm wearing a Die Artist Murder tank top, so you know it's a special occasion. So I don't think I really told a lot about myself on this channel, and I think that a lot of the best YouTubers are people who do connect with their audience and are open with themselves. So if you don't know, I moved to Japan in 2016 after I graduated college. I got a job out there, and I lived in Fukui for 3 years. From 2016 to 2019, and I had a good time out there, but I wanted to move to Tokyo, so I moved to Tokyo in 2019, and I'm here now, and I really like living in Tokyo. I just really like living in Japan. It's a nice place to live, and yeah, it's been a pretty fun 5 years so far. As for the YouTube, I started the YouTube channel in 2016 as well, a little bit before I moved to Japan. I was watching a lot of YouTube around that time, YouTubers like Classic Game Room, Angry Video Game Nerd, Rebel Taxi, Nostalgia Critic, and many others, and I was inspired. I was like, you know what? I can make my own YouTube content, and well, now I'm here. It took a while for me to get to 1,000 subscribers, but hey, you know what? I'm here and thankful for everyone who's been watching, sharing, and enjoying my internet content. It means a lot to me. It's also really fucking hot in Tokyo right now, so I'm going to be drinking a lot of water. I'm also getting off of a summer cold, so that's why I sound congested. So bear with me here, but that's not going to stop us from celebrating today. As for some new videos I got planned coming up, I got 2 more What Killed the videos, including What Killed the 3D Platformer and What Killed Nico Nico Doga. Those should be very fun videos. And I got several ranking videos coming up too, best to worst, probably the Super Smash Bros. DLC, the Sonic games, and the Zelda games. Those should be very enjoyable to watch and make as soon as I get around to making them. But the focus of this video was the Q&A section. I didn't get a lot of questions this time, but you know what? For those of you who did ask a question, I'm going to respond to those in this video. So I'll start with the ones I got on YouTube first. Gamal Sad asked, your top 10 video game characters of all time. Off the top of my head, there's going to be a lot of fighting game characters because I play a lot of fighting games. I love Pit, I love Dark Pit from Super Smash Bros. I love Sonic and Shadow from the Sonic games. Yoon E. Honda from Street Fighter, love those guys. I'm a big fan of Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden games, just because I've been playing a lot of Ninja Gaiden recently. I love Travis Touchdown from No More Heroes. I think I'm at 8 right now. And for the last 2, I love Vice from Skies Arcadia, and I'm a big fan of Kamiyama-san from the Sakura Wars games, or, well, Sakura Wars game. He's only been in 1. And of course, I cannot forget about the legends, Kazuma Kiryu, Goro Majima, and Ichiban Kasuga from the Yakuza games. So I like a lot of characters, but you know, that gives you a good idea of what kind of characters I vibe with. In fact, even on Discord, my current avatar is Kamiyama from Sakura Wars 2019. Really good game, I recommend playing that one. Carlos Roberto Zambaro Barba, what a hell of a name that is. What is your favorite movie? I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I never was a big movie guy growing up. I did watch movies, but not a whole lot to make me a movie guy. But off the top of my head, I love Akira. I love Ghost in the Shell. I really like anything Ghibli. I love Totoro and My Neighbor Totoro and Princess Mononoke. And I love Toy Story as well. The first Toy Story is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I love the first Ninja Turtles movie. That movie is still really good. In terms of recent movies, I can't really think of a movie in recent memory that really like blew me away. But I did like the Doctor Strange movie, and I really liked Sonic the Hedgehog. That was a really good movie. Though I might be biased for Sonic here. Tony asks, were you always so ravishingly handsome, or is that also within the last 5 years? You stud, and we got a smiley face there. And I think I evolved a lot in the past 5 years. I started actually giving a crap about my physical appearance. I started working out a bit more intensely. I started dieting a bit more seriously. And here in Japan, I ride my bicycle a lot. Like, I ride a lot, and that burns a lot of weight. And yeah, just in general, I just started taking care of myself more. So yeah, I think I look closer to 16 now than I actually did when I was 16. So make of that what you will, and thank you, Tony, you devilishly handsome bastard. So here are some questions I got after I recorded the main video, but I'll read them here. This is Moto34 on YouTube. Your favorite video game themed locations in Akihabara/Japan. I love Tokyo Gamers Bar in Akihabara, a really cool bar that has actually official licensed goods from companies like Sega and Arxis. I got pretty hammered there. I love Hei in Akihabara too, as well as Mikado in Takara no Baba. Really nice game arcades that have an excellent selection of games, both old and new. And of course, Super Potato, because that's a really cool retro game store with a lot of nice goods and a good selection of games at a reasonable price. And they also have a retro arcade too. Hatsune Miku asks, and yes, this is the real Hatsune Miku, top 5 or 10 anime video games you've played. Off the top of my head, Astro Boy Omega Factor on the Game Boy Advance, Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise for the PlayStation 4, Magical Knight Ray Earth on the Sega Saturn. I have the Japanese copy of that game. That game is excellent. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on the Dreamcast, and of course, Super Robot Wars Alpha 3. I only played the Japanese version when I was really young because my friend had it, and we had a hard time playing it, but you know what? It's a great game because you have a lot of robots and it's fun to blow stuff up. And finally, Shelby Dalton asks, could you cover Japan region-only games that are playable for English gamers? Japanese hidden gems that have little or no dialogue. Super Famicom, Game Boy, GBA, Sega, PSX, thank you. Maybe. I'm not against the idea. I don't really want to become a retro channel, but I'm not against the idea. If I can find the resources to capture footage for some retro games, I'm not against it, but that's a good idea going forward. So thank you for the questions. I got one question here on Twitter from my buddy Ron. Miss you, man. What do you miss most about living in the States? For one, I miss my family, I miss my dogs. That's a pretty big thing. I miss a lot of the fatty foods because I used to be a fat kid. But in general, I think I just miss the, a lot of the familiarity. Because here in Japan, even though I have been living here for 5 years, and I do speak a fair amount of Japanese, I still will always feel like an outsider. But in America, even though I could be doing whatever I want to be, I will always be an American. I think that makes some sense, but that's what I miss the most about America. It's just kind of like the familiarity of it all. And of course, my mom, my dad, my family, and my doggos, and a lot of my friends I miss back home. And I hope everybody is doing well back home. I got a few questions on Discord here. Wiggle asks, may I have a hug? Yes, you can. EJ asks, can I have your autograph? Yes, you can. Alright, and finally I'll take a look at the questions I got on my Instagram here. So, Kim X Ukim, what's your culture shock after coming to Japan? I think for me, this is a weird one. Well, there's two weird ones that always bewildered me. Seeing a vending machine on every goddamn corner. Like, there's a vending machine on every goddamn corner. Even right outside my apartment, there's 4 vending machines. It's insane, but it's good because it gets really hot in Japan and you gotta stay hydrated. Also, I'm not used to seeing so much foot traffic. I think coming from New Mexico where everything is pretty far apart and you can't really walk or bike everywhere, so most people are in their cars. But here, everyone's just walking around, biking, even in where I live at, which is a fairly suburban area. I'm pretty far out from the urban Tokyo. People here are always like on their feet and just walking around, biking. Even during like the whole lockdown thing, there was a fair amount of people walking around in my area. So I guess that's a weird culture shock, but that is something for me. Next question, Kira Kali asks, how do you keep your hair so majestic in this humidity? Magic. But real talk, all I do is like after I get out of the shower, I wait for a bit, then I just blow dry my hair and with some hot air, and then I use a hairbrush to style it with some cool air, and I hope it just stays there for the whole day. But I have some fluffy hair. I got hair like my mom. And the final question here, Journey of Nata asks, do you want to stay in Japan forever? And what is your favorite Japanese food? I'll answer my favorite Japanese food first. You cannot go wrong with a big honkin' bowl of ramen. I love me some ramen. Any kind of spicy stuff. I love this style called Hakata ramen. I'll throw up a picture now. If you get it really spicy, it is so good. And saying as someone who's been really congested for the past few days, it's been good for clearing out the system, so to speak. And do I want to stay in Japan forever? Maybe. I do like the quality of life here. I do have something called health insurance, which is really nice. And in general, it's pretty safe here in Japan. You do have issues here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty safe here. So I definitely like the quality of life here, especially compared to back in New Mexico. But you know what? I do like it here, but you know what? The future isn't written, so we'll see what happens. That's probably not a satisfactory answer, but that's what I think. So yeah, that does it for this Q&A segment. So thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for asking me questions. And yeah, if you like this video and you want to check out some more videos, go check out my Akiba Strip Review. Go check out one of my Iceberg videos and have a great time. If you like what you saw here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and bell as well for notifications on future videos. And follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram at ZManings. And with that out of the way, I will see you on the next video, everybody. Take it easy, stay cool.